What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Galaxy Greg, and welcome to episode 125 of the Bmore Nerdy Podcast. The only podcast that's giving it to you how you want it, how you need it, and relatively when you want it. That being said, I'm your host, Galaxy Greg, aka the OG Galaxy, aka Miss. Shut your punk ass up. Thank you. AKA Mr. Space Awaits, AKA the Hentai Honcho. With me today is my co-host, HD No TV, because fuck Diva.
Okay. What I'm gonna say what it is, little dummies. It's your boy HD, no TV, sometimes HD TV, depending on the platform. Your anime aficionado here, Mr. Antisocial, the alleged Mr. Worldwide, and Death Note fan. For those that can see my background.
Let's get into the episode. So that being said, yeah. You fuck with my shit, you get skipped, nigga. And our other co-host, I guess, Diva XOXO.
We've been releasing on time nowadays. We are a new podcast. We've been on it. We've been releasing. And not only we releasing episodes, we releasing videos. We out here doing our thing. And I ain't gonna let you cut all our hard work, specifically yours, because you do the editing, short.
I'll cut the hard
I'm
work.
giving credit where credit is due.
As he would make a joke, I'm pretty sure. I'm already short enough. I can't keep cutting. So, that being said, today's episode is our pre-Christmas episode because next week we will have, what is it called? Superlatives, and then we're going to take off. But that being said, let's get into who we think would be on Santa's naughty list.
So, there's a few rules to this game, or to this
I'm not
episode.
listening to her rules, similar to how she doesn't listen to my rules, ever. And anytime I have set something up.
It's a game?
Yeah, I didn't know this was a game.
It's not a game, but to the topic. They can't be a villain. They can't be an anti-hero. They have to be a good guy. It just is on the naughty list.
I just want you to know a lot of anime heroes technically are anti-heroes, if you didn't know.
Well, then he can't be on the list.
So
that's fine. I didn't follow your rules anyway. So I want to start because I didn't listen.
So I'm going to give an example. of
your
a
grandmother.
character. Nah, she a villain.
An example of your grandmother is crazy.
No, the example is her grandmother.
The example, because Jordan did a really good job when I explained it to her. She said, "Oh, like Inosuke," and I was like, "Exactly."
That is a naughty boy.
Inosuke would be on the naughty list,
right.
But he's not like.
I had to pull up my list.
Evil.
So,
all right.
I'm gonna start. So my first person who's on the naughty list is Yusuke Urameshi. There is no reason that
you understand, so you could take that from me. That's why.
That is not why I wanted to start. That's the best one you're gonna get out of me. That's like in relation to this, and you'll see why. And I say Yusuke Urameshi because there's no reason at the age of what he was in middle school still, so 8th grade. There's no reason an 8th grader should have a town terrified of him whipping adults' asses. That's what that man was doing. In 8th grade.
That is true.
Naughty. Diva?
My first one is going to be, oh, fuck. Lost my train of thought. Oh, I hate when this happens. I'm so sorry, guys.
Did you write it down, maybe?
Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm back. It's Garp.
Okay.
Because he out here raising menaces. It's his fault. His son is in the Revolution Army. Both his grandkids are pirates.
Hand raised. Didn't you just not follow your own rule? Because Garp would be classified as an anti-hero.
He's not an anti-hero. He's a naval officer.
Who are the villains of the story?
In the context of the story, he's a villain.
Yeah.
He's a good one. He's one of the good ones.
Ah, you know what you just did? Proved my point.
Nah.
You can't even follow your own damn rules.
Then his mentees out here becoming pirates. So he's.
Also, can he really get credit for that if Don raised them, or the Don raised those kids? It sort of. I mean, she kind of just left them in the woods. But I mean,
he taught them how to fight a little something slight. He disciplined them.
Garp left kids with a bandit who left them in the woods to their own militia.
I mean, that would get him on the naughty list, I'm sure. I'm pretty sure of that.
I wish I could leave a child in the woods and they come back stronger.
No, they just come back
I think
dead.
that's
Sorry,
it.
kid.
We said the same thing.
You guys have no childlike imagination or spirit.
I don't think my child spirit's gonna save me from the various animals, poisons, and lack of food in the wilderness. Fun fact, quick side note. One day when I was young, I wanted to run away. I packed a bag. You know what was in that bag? A toy, a blanket, and an oatmeal cream pie. You think I had the survival skills to make it out in the woods?
I mean, you could do a lot of things with oatmeal cream pie.
I could get. Never mind. I'm not gonna say it, but knowing my sense of humor, you can figure it out. I'm not making it. That being said, who do you got on your list for naughty listers?
You guys did not, well, not you guys. I was not instructed. There were rules to this. So I wrote what the topic said, delinquents on Santa's naughty list. So my first one falls in the successful category, and we're going to go Akichi Onizuka.
Where's he from?
Yeah,
He's
who's
from
he?
the great teacher Onizuka, also known as GTO.
Hmm.
That's
He
dope.
is it's an older anime, but he is a former biker gang member turned substitute teacher turned permanent teacher who he's very much a delinquent as a teacher. He gets into all types of shenanigans. I've never seen a man fall from so many 10-story buildings and survive landing on cars, but um
That's a very
yes,
specific chain of events. That should not happen
you
more
know,
than once.
you would think.
For you to mention.
And each time, guess what happened? He was saving a student who fell first.
Wow.
What you doing up there?
Jumping.
You gotta
I got
watch the
questions.
anime, find out.
That's a good one. I like that one. It makes me want to go check it out.
Yeah,
So my
the
next
principal
one,
hates him.
I bet he does. My next one is within the category still. It's Iki from Air Gear.
Ooh,
Ah.
That
I
man's
agree.
nickname prior to becoming another type of gang member in the Air Trek scene, his nickname was Babyface of the East Side Guns. One, they ain't even got guns in Japan. Let's start there. This nigga was brawling every day just cuz, repping a set that no one gave a fuck about.
Actually, as the Air Gear head here,
Oh lord.
the East Side Guns is actually a gang at their school that's been around for like 4 classes. So they're like the third inheritors. They actually get in a fight with the old ones because like, hey, we are a gang. We don't ride rollerblades and go skate. Like we fight. We
Right.
gave y'all this gang to fight. Um, I think that's a good one. I just don't like that his intro to the series is him pissing his pants, but you know.
Nigga almost got dropped on his goddamn skull. I would piss my pants too. Nigga said, "This what you get," and almost dropped him on his shit. He said, "Damn, he pissed himself," and they stuck a
You're a
firecracker up his
delinquent.
ass.
Now I know why they call him baby. I don't know about the face, but he's definitely needs some diapers.
Baby.
But wait, there's more, because this nigga
Uh-oh.
gets, after leaving said gang violence, because they said, "Nah, you ain't taking this shit, go ride your roller skates," he joins worse gang violence with the niggas that ride roller skates.
That is fair.
Because them niggas be actively trying to kill each other sometimes. Like, it's kind of crazy.
That is fair. They do.
Dodo Khan, yeah, watch out for him. Okay, make sure you got a strong forehead if you run into Dodo Khan.
I remember him.
Uh,
All right, Diva.
my next one. My next one is King from One Punch Man.
I'll give you that.
You know I think he's the number one hero.
Yeah, he's the number one
two
hero. No, he's
Number one
the
hero.
number 2.
Number
Whatchamacallit?
Yeah, the other guy's number one. But yeah, King, cause he out here lying about being a hero. Like he's lying about his entire life. He's on Santa's naughty list. He not getting no presents. He getting cold, and y'all can't convince me.
Did he
otherwise.
really lie, or did people just
didn't.
believe him?
Didn't lie. He didn't lie once. He just never said anything.
Yeah. He lied by
He was
omission
too
at
anxious
best.
to say anything, so he
Right.
just let
He
let
let
it
people
run.
live in delusion. Is that really a crime?
It's not a crime, but you on the naughty list.
I guess. I wouldn't put him there.
Don't they get paid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then technically, yeah, now he is a naughty list.
But
That's a
did he
con.
stop various events as a hero by just looking threatening? Is he a liar? He did. He stopped minimal threats when people be like, "That's King. He'll destroy us in an instant," and then they just dip.
Yeah, it was actually One Punch Man. Most of his greatest feats are just One Punch Man doing something on the side, and King ends up with the credit. He's actually the reason why King's ranked so high, because he will defeat things and King will be standing right there, but like, King did it! Yay!
Yep. Heat.
Um, Dang.
He's not
So,
a delinquent, by the way. Fuck you.
he's not. Yeah, but
Your mic is ass, dog. That's what you're getting for Christmas.
The title
Wow,
doesn't say
sorry.
delinquent.
It actually does.
It does.
Does it say that?
Yeah.
Anime
Because
delinquents
I was gonna
don't-
talk about that. You have an obsession with delinquents. You
Oh, I
add the
know.
word delinquents in a lot of things that don't need the
I
word
like-
delinquent.
I like delinquents. They're
No,
hot.
you don't. You like anime. Because people in anime
Especially-
are just bad.
Especially
Well, I
once they
think-
reform. Reform delinquents are my favorite.
Maybe she's just in a different subgenre of anime than we are.
According to Crunchyroll, I'm a basic bitch. So
Do we get Crunchyroll raps? I would like that.
We did.
yeah, you
But
didn't see I posted in the chat.
I know. I don't read it most of the time. When you send
but
things.
the raps aren't specific to your user accounts.
User,
It's
right.
to the overall account. So your rap will be, if you have 5 profiles on your account,
I
your
have
rap is just
5
culminate-
profiles on my account, and I don't want to
Yeah.
see that wrapped.
Yeah, and
I
I confirmed that that's the case because it told me One Piece was the #1 anime this year that I watched. I haven't watched One Piece once this year, not a single time.
Yeah, and
Damn.
I thought before like it was just us because I was like, "Heat, aren't you proud of me? I watched more than one anime this year."
She's taking credit. She's the real delinquent.
Yeah, I did. I took credit. I was like, "Look, Heat, I watched 21 different titles this year."
Hell no. No, you did not.
I watched a bunch of new anime this year. Don't play me.
Yeah, KJ and D are the main contributors to that. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's me. It's not them.
I don't believe it.
It's me.
It's a lie. It's not you, Barry.
It's me.
It wasn't you, Barry. It wasn't you, Barry. I'm sorry.
Nope. See, now I got to prove a point. I'm putting my foot down. No,
I don't
care
think-
about good art. Here's my list. These are all the animes I started this year. Hell's Paradise, Yakuza Fiance,
I started Hell's Paradise this year.
The
That's
Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting. I'm only saying new stuff, no repeat seasons. Mashal.
I watched Mashal.
Buddy Daddies was this year as well. Where is it?
That's
Kaiju
5.
number 8.
I watched Kaiju number 8.
I'm going down the list.
I'm gonna say everything.
Solo Leveling.
Solo
Solo
leveling. I
Leveling.
watched Solo Leveling.
Black Butler.
Okay.
I also watched Undead Unluck, but I did that
I
on
watched
Hulu.
Undead Unluck.
But I did that on Hulu, so it doesn't even count to that. What else did I watch this year? What else did I watch? Heat. I watched a lot of new stuff.
I don't know, but out of the 9 things you just said, I also watched 5 of them, and I know D watched 3 of them. Main
I'm just
contributor,
saying.
my ass.
Oh wait, no, those are just the new things. I also watched this year: Blue Exorcist, Blue Lock,
Watched.
My Hero,
watched,
One Piece.
Watched.
What
Come
else
on,
did
keep
I
it
watch?
coming. Did you watch Konosuba?
Chainsaw
Did you
Man.
watch Reincarnated as Slime? Huh? We can keep doing this. We can go band for band with the anime.
And for man,
I watched all
Hold
of
on,
those
let
animes this year. Oh, and I watched Bleach. I've been watching a bunch of new anime.
I'm gonna go
but
watch it-
only-
go back
new
and watch
episodes
Bleach.
Only. New episodes only. I've been killing it. I don't want to hear nobody say, I'm tired of Benson rewatching stuff.
I started
Now,
rewatching
did I
Rurouni
go-
Kenshin, the new one.
I need to watch. That's on my watch list. I'm waiting until some time speed up. Oh, I watched the new episodes of not the new episodes, but the episodes of Black Lagoon that I hadn't seen yet for some odd reason.
You're going on a
Yeah,
tangent, and this could be a
really.
completely different day. So we're gonna go right to Heat in his next pick.
I allowed the tangent because I had to fix up my list because you guys, we are going to, as I am not the resident JoJo fan, but I am the person here who watches JoJo. We are going to go Josuke Higashikata. Yes,
So
Which
Higashikata.
one is that? Damn it.
That is, I know. That is Diamond is Unbreakable, which is the one with the funny looking art style compared to the other two. It's real cartoony.
3, 4. What number are we? What number is he in the
4,
list?
number
of
4.
JoJo's?
4.
He's 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
See?
Even I know
Because he is
that.
the only one in the series that is an actual high schooler going to school during the events of the show. So that's why you're gonna go delinquent.
Isn't Jotaro a high
Yeah,
schooler?
he's 17. He's 17.
Why is that
Yeah.
17-year-old built like a 30-year-old
Why was
man?
he in jail when we first meet him? Let's talk about that.
He put himself in jail. He said that. They said that because he was
Exactly.
a spirit was beating people up as it came near him.
Exactly. A 17-year-old put himself in jail and the police allowed it. They said, you know what? You know what you're doing.
You got it.
Okay, so my next one,
Uh-huh.
Mineta from My Hero Academia. That little pervert needs to be put in prison. He was weird.
Yeah.
Like y'all are like soulmates.
Huh?
Huh?
No, I'm more akin to Issei from High School DxD. Like, you know, I'm going to get a power boost if a nigga says I'm cutting the dimension in half. That includes the titties. I'm going to beat the dog shit out of him. I'm not going to lie to you. I might kill him. Because we're not going like that.
Oh, okay. All right. My fault, OG.
You're going to hear someone yelling, boost, in the background.
You don't give him a boost, all right?
Indeed. Give it everything I got. And nothing less.
My next one is I was gonna say one. I'm gonna say all right. I'm gonna start with Ichigo Kurosaki.
I disagree entirely.
Why?
Everything he does is with good intention or in self-defense.
Fair, but he's considered a delinquent because of the color of his hair at school.
He's considered
He
delinquent because everybody else wants to fight him. That's how him and Chad became friends. This nigga was getting the dog shit beat out of him, and Chad had to come and help him because niggas was beating him up with brass knuckles in an alley just cause.
Yep.
Fine, I take it back, and I resubmit Naruto Uzumaki.
Absolutely. Lock that delinquent up.
Out here being a menace to the city. Like, even if he ain't had a nine-tailed fox in him, I still would be like, tell my kid, don't go fuck with him. He is bad.
He would have been Konohamaru. And Konohamaru was a little menace. The only reason he didn't get in trouble was because he was the third Hokage's grandkid. That's it.
Right. That's the only reason why he didn't get in trouble.
Let's go down the list of crimes Naruto committed in his village. Public indecency, sexy jutsu, defacing public property, defacing historic property. That nigga was getting into fights. I'm pretty sure he would steal shit because he definitely stole porn frequently.
He definitely was stealing.
Yeah. He was definitely stealing shit.
Like, come on, man.
Like, I get it. Like, they was mean to him, but he was still bad.
Oh, bad as fuck.
Let's not say this nigga wasn't bad.
He just wanted some attention.
Okay, Greg.
It's you, bud.
It's your turn.
But she just said Naruto.
And yeah.
And I said JoJo before that.
And it's you again.
No. You said JoJo. He said, who'd you say?
Mineta.
Oh, you're right.
Right. And then I said, and now you say.
And now I say Teruki Hanazawa from Mob Psycho 100. He's the blonde-haired kid.
Okay, yeah. He's definitely yeah. Fuck that nigga.
Yeah.
Wasn't he always trying to bully Mob and like make him go 100?
No. So what happened? There's a quick synopsis of his story. He was, all the high schools are named after like peppers or seasonings, like Cayenne High School, Salt and Pepper High. Blah, blah. So he went to a different high school where the legend of him being like the secret high school gang boss was there. And they were like, yo, there's some guy at another school. He's real tough. So he went to see him. He thinks Mob's like this big bad dude. He's not. So he tries to, like everyone else, they force Mob to go 100 and then Mob obliterates him. And now he's his disciple. Well, friend. He's actually a friend, yeah.
I want to like Mob Psycho 100. I just can't. It's like a slice of life with intense action. And I want one or the other. I can't have both. Personally,
I don't. Hey, if you ever watched Dimple versus Broccoli, you can look it up. It's Dimple like in your face versus Broccoli on YouTube. That fight was heartfelt and tough because he was giving it his all.
I've seen some of the fights, and that's what makes me interested. But then, like, the actual story just kind of makes me annoyed. But then it's like, I'm just gonna stay away.
One season.
I'm gonna just stay
Yeah, I
away.
only made it through one season, and I wanted to try it again, try the second season again. But you know how I am. Like, if I make it to 3 episodes, I gotta finish. And sometimes I wish I didn't make it to 3 episodes.
I finished the season. I've changed it now to finish the season because if I finish 3 episodes of One Piece, saying I'm gonna finish One Piece is kind of insane because that's long as fuck. But like saying I'll finish the East Blue arc of One Piece is fair, you know.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, my next one, because I don't think
goodness.
Diva's gonna hold people accountable on this list, is Revy from Black Lagoon.
No,
Absolutely.
She should,
Revy has murder boners for killing people.
But
What are
she's
you talking about?
I'm not that she should. No, she should be on the she's on the naughty list, but she's not a good person.
She
And she doesn't, and she never claims to be a good person. If
she
you said
is
Rock
willing to
will
do
give
the
it to
bad
you,
good things like kills human traffickers.
I
That's
get
one that
that,
has
but
good
he-
intent behind it.
I feel like for the list that we're doing today, I feel like Rock would have been a better answer.
Nah, fuck Rock.
Because,
He tries to live in the Twilight. I don't like that. That nigga needs to pick a goddamn side.
Yeah,
Either
he
pick
does.
up the guns or go back to paper pushing. You can't have both.
Yeah,
Remy's a good person because she tolerates Rock.
There you go.
that is a great answer. She might be on the. He might have put her on the good list just cause. Let me give you a break this year.
Definitely put a gun in that man's
Doing
head.
your
He didn't even
nerve.
flinch though. The balls on that one.
She's just Piccolo at the end of the day.
Even Bella Lyca put a gun to his head, and he started laughing, and I was like, "That bitch is going to kill you."
I think when you're in a situation like that, like, look, I would have died by now if I was gonna die. That would be my mentality. I'd be like, look, if someone was gonna shoot me in the dome, y'all wouldn't have threatened me with a gun to the dome if you was gonna do it. Y'all are certified fucking killers. If you wanted to kill me, you would. Now let's stop playing these games and get back to business.
Fair. My next one is Thorfinn. That little nigga is bad. So bad that he got his dad killed. Like, that nigga just
That's a
listened
new
one
level of
time.
bad, actually. That's kind of crazy.
If he'd just listened one time.
I'm pretty sure they was gonna kill that nigga anyway. I mean,
Yeah, they were.
They were gonna
gonna
ambush him in that ravine either way.
Yeah, he was just there.
He was just there to witness it.
Yeah.
He was the problem.
But in
Because if
theory,
he
him
had-
witnessing it made him become a menace because he definitely caught like hundreds of bodies after that. Like,
which downhill, like, just keeps him on the naughty list. And then he was mad that he didn't get the. He was mad. He wanted to kill the guy who killed his dad, and then was mad when he didn't get a chance to kill him.
wouldn't you be mad? Look, I've been training.
Yeah.
You've been kind of teaching me how to kill you. Like, I'm getting good, and then you fucking
Literally
die.
You have literally been the reason for my existence the last 10 years. My want to murder you, and you just go ahead and let
And
this
just
pussy
fucking
kill
die,
you?
and then share your dreams with me, bitch. If you don't get up, oh, get up right now.
You let teenage Canute kill you, of all peoples.
You let the man who wasn't picking up not near weapon. His hands is soft. This man is soft. You know what my hands look like? Rocks. I've been
You know how
out
many
here.
since I've killed to murder you, and you
Right.
just let this happen.
Y'all literally said let Thorfinn handle it and threw me at a bunch of niggas on a wall and I decimated it. You know what this nigga did? Got escorted by us.
Yeah.
And you let him kill you? Oh nah. Get your punk ass up right now. And then when they all tried to hold him back, like, no, you can't kill him, Thorfinn. I'm like, nah, I'd be the one nigga in there. Let him go.
Especially if you've been with the crew the whole time. Like, yeah. I protest him being on the list because after that season 2 whooping he was taking, I don't want to give it to him.
Didn't he let someone punch him like 100 times or something?
No, they were betting on when he would tap out, so they just kept punching him. So see, and they were betting, I bet like at 10 he's gonna just conk out and roll over. He made it to like 120. Like the guys got tired of punching him, and he was still standing.
And that's why. His
And then they
face
were
was
like, you
all
know
fucked
what?
up.
You got it. Go ahead. You can see our boss. You got it.
I just didn't want to
feel-
watch season 2 because I knew what it was gonna be, him on his peaceful shit, and I'm like, I don't want that. I liked the violence.
I want that.
It was
Yeah,
too
I
hard.
want-
It was too hard of a shift for me to like it. Like If it was a
It was so
gradual shift
horrible.
and we like, we started injuring people and then we were like, no, I'm not gonna do this. To, but it went from I'm cutting niggas up. I just survived my uncle fucking kicking me in the air and breaking my arm, and I still wanted to fight his ass. To,
No, I'm a slave.
hey man, I have no enemies. Bullshit. Bull fucking shit.
I'm pretty sure you have plenty of enemies, my guy.
Plenty of them things.
Season 2 was more about the other characters and just his internal strife.
It was, but
Yeah.
I was there for the violence. You can't hyper violence a show and then go to like minimal violence or avoidance of violence. To me,
Nah, everybody else was still wrecking. He just wasn't.
nah.
No, we had a whole episode that was just like this bitch died on a cart.
That is true.
A whole episode.
That is true.
She could have died faster.
She could die faster.
I fast forwarded through it. I was like, because I thought something else was going to happen, so I fast forwarded through all her dying parts, and I was like, "This the end."
Eventually, she quote.
I was so upset.
Nigga said this week's episode. Nah, I'm gonna need another one right now. Drop it. Drop the next one right now. You're pissing me off.
Hey, you'll
'Cause
get
you
it when
played in
season
my
3.
face.
We'll get
They
it when-
played in my face. Yo, they played in my face.
That shit's so funny.
Okay. We went on such a tangent. That was hers, so it's my turn, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I was saving this because I figured Greg would just throw it before I did, but he didn't. Sanjiro Mano.
Why do you think I said that one?
Who's that?
Mikey.
Oh,
That was
is
too
his name,
obvious.
ain't it? And no, cause he kind of the villain of the show. You got to pick
Kinda?
somebody else in the crew. He kind of.
He's just a very misunderstood kid who likes kicking people into
If
comas.
Urameshi can be on the list, then Sanjiro should be on the list.
Well, so yeah, he's not just misunderstood. He's also like low key cursed.
And that's not his fault.
Yeah.
No.
He wanted to have a biker gang where they just have fun and normal. Like they didn't want to violence and destroy things.
Yeah,
I just
a
wanted
gang.
friends that we can fight a
just
little
wanted to
bit.
hang out with- He wanted to hang out with his homies and sometimes like fight a little bit.
Yeah,
and
I
then
wanted
niggas
friends
was
we
like,
could squabble up with. He wanted our dad's childhood. No, no bullshit. This man was like, yo, like you guys be skewed. Your generation's scared to fight. Every weekend we would pull up to the football field and we just fight for the first 2 hours and then play football. I'm like, wait, what? He's like, yeah, niggas would be like, hey, I want to fight you today. And you'd squabble up. I'm like, so y'all was just out there beating the dog shit out of each other and being like, that was a good one, man. Like, yeah. I'm like, that's some real anime shit. Like, that's crazy.
That is actually insane.
And that's what Mikey wanted. And niggas was like, oh, you think y'all tough? And they was like, no, we just having fun.
Yeah, he was
He's
like, I was
"No,
undefeated for weeks. Niggas wanted to fight me every week. I had to fight someone every day. I'm like, that's not the flex you think it is. Like, it is a flex. Don't get it wrong. But, like, that sounds annoyingly... I would take a throw eventually. Like, I'd have to. I'm tired of fighting you niggas every week, day in and day out. Please.
You don't get a bye week?
I need a bye week. Look. Thanksgiving coming up. My mom said I got to be clean for these pictures. I can't have bruises all over me, dog.
Nah, we squabbling.
That's what I think someone always say too. Nah, we squabbling, right? Put your hands up and
They say,
protect
"Look,
yourself.
Nah, they pull up. It's like, look, I get it. You got pictures, so I recommend you put your hands up because I'm gonna hit you regardless. So either you fight back or you getting whooped. The choice is yours.
Now protect yourself, young buck. It's like, oh, my mom gonna whoop my ass when I get home.
So mad at me.
It's gonna be a win, but it's gonna be the worst win of my life.
I might win the battle, but I will not win the war. Oh, fuck. That's funny as shit. That's how he got hit in the face with a bat.
Bang.
Yup. Said the
It's
nigga
next
came
turn.
back and was mad as shit. Clocked him with a bat. I said, that's crazy.
Can't be mad at it.
I'm like, he aimed for your head? He said, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
You ain't
nigga.
to kill. I know
Yeah.
you seen that clip? That clip from
Yes. Yes.
yeah.
Dororo.
Yeah.
That nigga said,
if you
oh,
hit me
you
in
hit
the
me in the
head,
back
you
of the head.
can
You
kill
try to
me."
kill me, right? Which means I can try to kill you, right? That nigga looked terrified before getting knocked into his drawers. A nigga punched me so hard, I flipped 3 times and fly out of all of my clothes into my drawers. I'm leaving the state. I might leave the country. I'm not gonna lie to you. Because that video is going viral no matter where it goes.
Okay. Greg, you're up next.
All right. So my next one is going to be Anna from Shimonetta. That's the white-haired chick from a world where the concept of dirty jokes don't exist. And that's because she was literally a predator for this man. Let's go down her list of crimes.
Her love juice? Is that
Let's
love
go
juice?
down her list of crimes. She took a bottle of her love fluids, you can guess what those are, and gave it to this man and said, I want you to drink it. He said, where did this come from? She said, I just make so much of it. And he's like, oh God, no. And she chases him around, tries to make him drink it. Like, you're gonna drink this juice. And he's like, please, I don't want to. Bakes cookies with said juice, catches this man outside, suplexes him and said, you've been running from me too long. I'm taking it. And bites the zipper off of his pants and spits it out like a bullet. Shows up at this man's crib in the middle of the night and sees him sleeping with a chick and like cuts a carrot in half like, yo, what you doing? And she's like, he has to like sign language to the chick, say you're my little sister, please, for the love of God, I don't want to die. Breaking and entering. Like, this woman's list of crimes is crazy.
I know so much about this character because I swear you mention this at least once a month.
Every time
I honestly
she's on
think
all of his lists
because she fits the type, she fits the categories. Have you not seen this? But my point is, yeah. I think that Shimonetta, like, I think when I start telling people my top 10 list, I'm gonna be more honest. Not my top 10, not top 10 animes. Like, if someone says what are the top 10 animes, I have my list for that, obviously. But like, when they say, like, what are your top animes? I think Shimonetta actually goes to the top for me. Like, not the top, but, like, it's up there. Definitely top 10. Because I found so much general enjoyment out of it. Like, that it's, like...
I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, it has a lot of comedic rewatch value for me. So, like, if I want to just laugh, I can watch that.
I'm not mad at it.
My next one is going to be Levi Ackerman.
That nigga is a... He would be a serial killer.
It's not just that he's a serial killer. He is also like lowest of keys. He's a bully. He make them clean until
but ain't that's no more
cleaning. He bullies some people. I didn't say he was a villain. I just said he on the naughty list.
Because he wants whatever spot they're in to be clean.
Nah. He'd be bullying.
No, because he stuck a sword in a nigga's mouth who he already cut off his arms. You didn't need to do that. And in the anime, he just stuck it in his mouth. In the manga, he stuck it through his face.
Yeah. That is the man who murdered his entire platoon.
I know who it is.
But that's not fair.
He already cut off his arms and legs.
That's not fair.
Right. He had him detained. He was detained.
He had him dead to rights, and you know what he said? Don't you fucking move! Oh shit! I'm not gonna do shit, dog. I'm sorry.
I'll give it to you then. I will give it to you. I had a tough choice here, but I think I'm gonna go Ryun from Classroom of the Elite.
I need to watch that. I really want to watch. Your description of it last 2 episodes ago made me very interested, and I've only heard good things about it thus far. So it was like, this might be one of those ones I got to pick up in my spare time.
You're gonna like the main character, man. Got an exact 50 on every test. Come on now, like who can do that in every category, every subject? You got exactly a 50 on the entrance exam. That's insane. No, so Ryun is he's a character in a different class, not the main class. He is by definition a delinquent. He's like a mob gangster because he's the leader of that class. Every class has a class rep. He's their class rep, but he does it by force, and then he has like a bouncer, and then he's very menacing, and he uses all of his classmates like pawns openly. Because other classes do it secretly. But I will say he's definitely a delinquent because he will sacrifice his classmates to further his goals, and he's a bully.
He's playing chess. They're playing checkers.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got you. All right. I got 2 more. If y'all have 1 more, I'll just do both at the same time.
I'll do both at the same time for my last 2.
All right. So
Yeah,
my
we'll
last
just go
two.
last 2 at the same time.
My last 2 are Mogan from almost anyone Stephen Bloom plays. Really, if I'm being completely honest with you, could go on the naughty list. However,
Bloom's on the naughty list.
Stephen Bloom's on the naughty list.
shout out Stephen Bloom. I love you, dog. You're my favorite voice actor. But every character you play could be put on the naughty list for one reason or another. But specifically Mogan from Samurai Champloo, because although he does good things, they always come from self-interest, and every good thing he has always has negative effects to whatever's around him, if you never noticed. Even in the first episode, him fighting Jin, they burnt down the bar they were in. That's what got them locked up. But the other one, not necessarily an anime character, but we need to get these spider thugs off the goddamn street. Spider-Man is on the naughty list. I don't give a fuck what you think. Those spider thugs... J. Jonah Jameson was right. Okay? There is no reason whatsoever this man has the strength to pick up a 16-wheeler and throw it and stop a train with his bare body. There is no reason if I rob a woman of her purse, I'm getting a manhole cover thrown at me. I do not deserve this. This is unnecessary violence. You could just pick me up by the scruff of my neck if you so please. Hell, you could just put your spidey palm on me and I'm not going nowhere. But you know what you do? You beat the dog shit out of me, you throw me 50 feet in the air, and then you axe kick me to the ground and say, hey, that's street justice. You're friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. No, you are a menace and a thug.
I mean, if that happened to you, would you do it again? If I held you by your face, if I held you by your face and said, stop it, you're like, okay, nigga, I'm gonna do it again. But if I whooped you with a manhole cover, he's like, I want you to
know if any grown ass man can pick my ass up by the scruff of my neck with one hand. Hey, bud, stop it. You know what? I'm gonna sit there just like this. You right. I should stop. Cause why the fuck can you pick up a 240-pound man with one hand effortlessly? Nah, I'm not testing your killer.
Nah, cause now I'm gonna just feel like I'm having an off day.
Off day, okay. And when you have an on day, I promise you, when that on day come, so is that manhole cover, and you gonna learn then. But me, I would have learned on the first morning.
I won't be back. I promise.
Ain't no reason I'm hanging for 4 hours waiting for the police to come.
Need a long time to think.
The blood is rushing to my head. I think I have brain damage.
And you on the front of the newspaper. You the front picture.
I'm the front picture. All I did was rob a candy store, dog. I wanted a beef patty. This nigga beat me up and stuck me to the wall. The beef patty's worth $2.50. This is not fair. The web fluid in your... I made a profit. Your web fluid costs more than this shit.
Fair. I'll give you
one. My next one is Ryuko Matoi from Kill la Kill.
Public indecency every episode.
Every episode. Shit, no. Out here and naked. And was
Nip
a menace
slip was
to that school.
imminent.
We were all just waiting for it.
We was all waiting on it. And then my last one, and y'all can disagree if y'all want to, but he is on the naughty list, and it's Superman. He on there. He is not on the good list.
I can't agree with you. I hate Superman, but I can't agree with you.
Yeah, I can't.
No, he's on the naughty list.
Because he does everything for a good reason. It's not like he does things out of self-interest.
Ever.
Until
Literally.
he does.
It's not even his planet.
Until he does.
It's not even his planet.
He doesn't have to do shit for us. He could just leave, honestly, if he really felt like it.
Injustice Superman, I'll give you him.
Injustice Superman, after everything he's done, absolutely. But that's one version of Superman out of all the other ones who do the right thing.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
It's fuck Superman till the day I die, but guess what? I can't let you get that off.
Out here, he out here lying to people about who he is.
This is propaganda.
This
is propaganda.
Don't Don't say
Okay, J.
keep
Jonah
him safe.
Jameson. Look, my spider thugs, I got a valid case. You? Nah. Superman is
No.
gentle as fuck.
Don't say he out here. He out here lying to people about who he is.
Superman will let you
he
break
keeping
your
him
fist
safe.
on his face.
Yeah.
Spider-Man, he'll break your face on his fist.
Yeah.
You see the difference?
Big difference. Big difference.
Look. Injustice Superman enslaved the world. But there's several variations of Spider-Man that once someone he knows was hurt, he was ready to kill a nigga. He pulled up to prison, slapped a nigga till he was bloodied and battered, who has very good like durability, Kingpin, and then said, look, when my aunt die, I'ma shoot this web fluid right down your throat and you gonna suffocate. And when it happens, not if it, when this happens, I will be back here as Peter fucking Parker to end your shit. And then leaves. Superman done never done a tactic like that ever.
Those scare tactics for real.
Niggas could kill Batman and Superman not gonna do shit but be like, you killed Batman. Let you fuck with Aunt May, then spider thugs are coming for you.
Spider thugs. Maybe I'm on the naughty list. I believe Superman's on there.
You are on
Someone
the
else
naughty
believes
list.
in me.
Lex Luthor.
Very much so.
Yo, Lex Luthor got you on the payroll and you wasn't sharing?
If Lex Luthor had me on the payroll, you would know.
No.
Not everybody would know, but you would know.
I think everybody
She
would
have her
know.
own.
The propaganda
her
would be
own
coming out in
special
droves.
You'd probably be the first one to know. I'd be like, great, I got us a sponsor.
Oh, God. Niggas tell me it's LexCorp, I'd be like, I don't know if I can accept this out of sheer morality. I know it goes on there. That
I'm
nigga
okay
did
with it.
become the president, though. Oh, God.
Yeah. He's a decent president.
He just
joined
wanted
the
to fuck
Justice
with the
League.
Justice League. Let's be real here. That nigga was a dick.
He wasn't it.
He wasn't a bad president, but, like, his sole reason was like, I'm gonna fuck with these niggas, dog.
Rich and bored.
Rich and bored and wanted diplomatic immunity.
Yeah, that's it. I don't have no evil plans. I just like the immunity.
Y'all niggas work for the government? Huh, got it. Y'all
Now
work
you
for
work
me
for me.
now.
I need that diplomatic community just in case I want to do something bad.
Best part about it,
Just in case.
Batman said, fuck that. I won't be a part of the Justice League.
Nah, he said, "All right, that's cool. I'm out."
I'm
He
out.
said, "Nothing fixed. No Justice League for me."
Easy fix.
He's like, I've always been a part-time member anyway.
He said,
I just a
Lex
wallet.
said-
I'm just like, whoa.
Lex put his pawn down and said, "Check." Batman said, "Checkmate. I'm out, bitch."
He,
If you think about it,
he
like,
says
think
check.
about
Batman
this
flipped the
money-wise.
table and said, we're done. Game over.
If we think about this money-wise, think if Batman was footing the bill this whole time, right? And then Lex Luthor like, now I run the Justice League, and then Batman's like, I'm out. Now the government got to pay y'all bills, and the government like, wait, when did y'all start having this many bills?
We always
And
have
they
this
was
many
like,
bills. We have a space satellite. You know how much that bitch costs to run?
The energy bill is crazy.
Energy bill crazy, food bill. We have food in a space station. We don't even be in that bitch all the time.
But hey, just know our DoorDash driver, he gets paid.
Well, very well. That nigga's on
the
6
flesh.
figures to deliver food to us once a month.
Oh, did you already say your last two?
I
Yeah.
did. That's how we got on this tangent.
You're last.
No. Okay. Because if you listened 2 episodes ago, I was mad that I couldn't remember the full plot. I've been rewatching Durarara, so I'm going to say both Izaya Orihara and Shizuo Heimajima. Now, Izaya, we'll get to. Shizuo, it's not a bad guy. He's a delinquent, but it's not his fault. He has a short temper, and he was born using 100% of his strength. So when he gets mad, he can pick up things that the normal human should not be able to, and he can throw them like a normal human should not be able to. So throughout the show, you will see random telephone booths, vending machines flying through the air. Yeah, that's him throwing them because at some point in his teenage years, he just said, F it. If I'm going to keep breaking my bones every time I do this, I'm just going to let it happen and I'll grow back stronger. So in his adult life, now he's just like that. And that is the guy who punched the man out of his clothes.
Mm-hmm.
If you've ever seen that clip. Isaiah is he's an informant in the show, but he's just a dick. Just a dick. Episode 1, he messages a girl, talks to her for weeks, get her to come out to Ikebukuro, and then they were supposed to meet and have like a suicide pact, and he arranges for her to get kidnapped, then arranges for her to be saved, then shows up and says, "Hey, sorry, you were supposed to meet me. Oh, by the way, all the bad shit that happened to you tonight, that was me. I just wanted to see if you really wanted to die, but you were fighting awfully hard for someone who claims they want to die. So clearly you want to live. But if you still want to die, feel free to jump off of this building. I won't stop you. You see the blood down there? People have jumped here before. Anyways, you have a nice night." And then he went and stood in a distance to see if she actually jumped, and she did. She got saved, but
that is
he
insane.
did all of that out of boredom.
That's not a list forever. Like, you're not. There's no other list for you.
I got one, and I definitely want to make sure I mention it before we go. Reno Kumura.
No. I'm not letting you get this off. I'm not letting you get this off. I'm not letting you, because I thought about it, and I'm not letting you get that off.
Blue Exorcist, and he is.
No. That nigga was bullied.
Yeah, no.
No.
Yes.
He fucked that whole grocery store up.
He was bullied.
No.
Reno Kumura.
No.
Was bullied.
Absolutely not. Yes. He was either bullied or he was protecting his brother, and because he protected his brother, people didn't like him. Those were the two things that happened.
And he also had a temper.
Niggas have temper.
He had a temper.
He was a good kid in a mad city.
Yeah, he was. You can't.
Y'all.
And then his dad tried to perform an exorcist with a shotgun, and it didn't end well.
Yeah.
And he told him, "You're not my dad," and it made the devil take over his dad.
That's gotta feel really shitty. You could have just shut the fuck up and been fine. Whole series wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of suck.
Well,
like, niggas think that, like, finding out you got demon power sounds cool, but, like, it's gotta suck when it's, like, random like that. He didn't want this. He didn't want this life.
He asked for this. Alright, fun topic, guys.
Lord.
Comment below, who do you think from the podcast is on the naughty list? And who's on the nice list?
You're on the naughty list. Absolutely.
You're on the naughty list.
What? I'm on the nice list.
No, you're not.
Y'all bully me every episode.
Just because you watch Disney does not put you on the nice list.
I do nice things.
You're the most delinquent out of all of us.
I'm not a delinquent.
How many fights you got into?
Yeah.
In my adult life, none.
No. In your life, in general.
In your life, yeah.
Only like 2 for real.
For real is
Real
like
shit.
diluting it.
That's diluting it so
shit.
much.
It's only like 2.
I can tell you 4 I know of right now.
Jog this memory. I know of 2 fights.
You've gotten into 2 fights at Poly.
No.
I got in 1 fight at Poly.
You got in 2 fights.
I had 1 fight at
You
Poly.
got in 2 fights.
What was the second fight?
There was one fight where the dude. There was one fight where the dude called you a bitch, and there was one fight where what was it? What was her name? Someone with a K. Like it was a fight, but it wasn't a fight. You was ready to scrap, but your friends was like no, because of the first fight that happened prior.
That second.
I remember that because you was like I blacked out, and they said I was ready to whoop his ass, and I was like crazy. Why you always fighting
That's
niggas?
The same fight. That was the same time.
No. That fight you blacked out, and then it was different fights. I promise.
Nah, those are the same ones. All right.
And then you and one of your exes also got into a fight, and you whipped her ass.
Oh, I did do that. And there was a guy ex that I did fight that one time. All right, we're at 3 fights at most. So
and that's the 4. Because I was gonna say that one too. Boom.
4 fights in my entire 30 years. That's not even a fight.
Hey, Heat, how many fights you got into, bud?
Maybe 2. I would consider it 2. Yeah.
I'd consider
how many fights you got in?
I'd consider it 2.
How many fights have you been in?
2. I'm able to use
You've
my
been in 2
words
fights.
to, diffuse situations most of the time.
And now
I'm
that I'm
breaking
an
up
adult,
fights. I'm breaking up more fights than I've been in. I broke up a fight at the convention the other week. I don't know if I said that. That was fun.
You didn't, and that's great.
left that out. That's crazy. Um,
He don't want you to know it, but he like the quiet hero. He only jump in when he need to. Cause I've been around Heat breaking up fights and like standing up for people who couldn't stand up for themselves. It's always like, damn, you ain't worried about a thing. Like niggas can have a gun on them. You don't give a fuck. You be like, hey, stop that. I'll be like, hey, maybe we should let this continue.
that's crazy.
Nah,
He
man.
just
Someone
trying
gotta
to
stand
stop
up.
the violence.
No, it was
Hey,
like this
man.
one time we were at some function outside, and it was this young niggas just fucking with this old homeless dude, and he was like, "Stop!" And we're like, "Yo, leave him alone." And then he, no bullshit, goes, "Hey, yo, we said leave him alone." And like walks up and gets in between them and the old dude, and just stands there and like, "Yo, what you gonna do?" He's like, "I'm gonna do what I need to." I'm like, "Yo!" All of us put our lanyards away, like, "Oh, are we about to do this? Is this what's
Just
happening
a
today?"
regular, just a regular Moomin rider. You know,
he's just a chill guy.
just a chill guy,
That
man.
shit was so funny. I was like, yo, we really about to do this today? We didn't. They were very
Um,
intimidated by a large grouping of men coming towards them, so.
yeah, man. It was a bad time.
Were you fit in
But
tights?
Hmm?
No,
What's that?
but
nothing.
mm, pressing on.
Yep.
Okay, so into the next part of the episode, the Game of the Year awards just happened. That's a little topic-y topic, but we're gonna give you guys a quick run through of the games. I was a little bit upset at some of the winners. I don't think some of the winners that won should have won. Um, but I also think that comes down to the voters. But at the same time, yeah, some of these were like a eyebrow raise to me. I don't think some of these should have won. And one of the biggest takeaways I got from this is we need to stop doing remasters and remakes. I'm tired of seeing The Last of Us every fucking year being remastered, remade, replayed. I'm tired of it. The story is good, but let it go, okay? Please, for the love of God.
It needs its own category.
It needs its own category so that if they do a remaster, a remake, or some
DLCs.
type of continuation, right? It has its own category and it can win that, and then other games can.
I agree. So I was gonna
Fine.
ask, do you guys think that a big point of contention was Elden Ring Shadow of the Air Tree because it's a DLC. However, this DLC is the size of a game, right? A lot of people were
That's
like,
so
it's
deep.
DLC, it shouldn't be in these categories because it's DLC. But others argued it's the size of a game with all the content of a game, and we think it should be treated as a game. What side do you guys stand on with that?
I don't know. I don't know the
I'm
difference.
I'm kind of on the fence. The only reason I say that is because I know what was it? What was the last Call of Duty? Not Black Ops 6, the one before that. Modern Warfare 3, right?
Yeah.
Like that campaign was a DLC,
Right.
and it's still a game, right? So you would classify it as own game. So I would call it a game that just felt like a DLC. So, but Shadow of the Erd Tree like was a DLC that felt like a game, but it's still a DLC. So I'm like,
Right.
it's gonna stay in that box. But like, if you just take them out separately and just drop them as their own things, I would, flip flop it. I would say Shadow of the Erd Tree is a game and Modern Warfare 3 is a DLC.
Facts. So
So
my stance always was kind of like, if it fits the shoe, let it wear it. Like I feel like Shadow of the Erd Tree was, it was them not wanting to release an Elden Ring game or another game under the Elden Ring title and just be like, hey guys, it's DLC, because it was the same price as the game almost. It was $60, but guess what? And revamping, new weapons, new bosses, new areas, in depth. Like, it felt like a new thing. But if you were going to make a category for DLC, I wouldn't be mad. It would dominate. I wouldn't be mad at it. But I think that not enough DLCs come out that people actually play for it to be classified as another category, if that makes sense. Like, it would have to be DLCs and remasters in that
yeah,
category, in my opinion.
yeah, you would have to like all the Final Fantasies and other series. Like you would have to put them
Exactly.
into one category.
All right. That was my first question. Let's go through the awards. So, starting off with the big headliner, that comes at the end,
Game of the year.
apparently. Game of the Year, Astrobot won that. I didn't like it. The nominees were Astrobot, Boltero, Black Myth Wukong, Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which was the remastered version,
Yeah.
where it plays differently. So it's not just a remake; it's a remaster, which is very different. And Metaphor, Refan Tazo,
Refan Taizo, Refan Taizo.
something like that. Yeah. I don't think Black Myth Wukong. Let me say this: I think Game of the Year should go to a game that either innovates, does something different, or creates a huge ripple effect. Right? Something like that. I'm not a voter. I don't believe I voted on this, but I don't think that Astrobot did that. I think it was just a very simple platformer that included various references to other PlayStation games, and I think that's cool. But I don't think that's Game of the Year worthy. And I think Game of the Year should be something that inspires the next set of games. Like, all right, this is the bar. I think we lowered the bar, and I don't like that. I think either Final Fantasy Rebirth, because everyone said that was amazing. I didn't play it, but everyone said it was amazing. Shadow of the Erdtree or Black Myth Wukong should have won, personally.
Fair.
Because Black Myth Wukong was great. I played it relentlessly.
I didn't get a chance to play that or Shadow of the Erdtree, which is its own story. I saw a lot of people play Final Fantasy Rebirth. I had somebody play it personally. Metaphor, it looked like a fun concept. I would say Astrobot being mostly it's a PlayStation exclusive.
It's a
right?
PlayStation exclusive, yeah.
Yeah, I think because it's a PlayStation exclusive and because it's a very niche game, that I think you can play like the first one for free, just PlayStation. You do something similar on PlayStation. I don't remember, but I feel like it was more so the targeted audience or the people that were playing all of these games. The largest group was in Astrobot, and that's what drove this.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And in that sense, I would say the game of the year should be the game that majority of gamers love the most.
Right.
And I am not in the community to play Astrobot. I didn't even know this game came out, if we're being honest.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it existed prior to this game coming out, but I feel like most of the community played Astrobot was the larger. They were the majority, and we were the minority.
I feel you.
And that's
No,
why.
because like Black Myth Wukong and Shadow of the Erdtree, huge skill gap. For me, Black Myth Wukong was not hard. Period. Point blank. It wasn't. I played it on hard difficulty. Relatively speaking, if you've played any Elden Ring type game or any RPG style game, predicting movement patterns became easy. If you knew how to like tie abilities together, I'm a min maxer. I mix and match things until I find what works for me the best way that I play. So that was pretty easy. Also, I'm an explorer. So like in Black Myth Wukong, you are rewarded for exploring. The more you explore the map, the more you find secret bosses, the more you get cool weapons and powers and abilities, the easier it is. But if you just played the game straight through and didn't go for any of that shit, one, you didn't have the stuff to make some of the weapons. Two, you didn't get the cool good ending because you had to defeat all the area secret bosses and then another secret boss that's harder than the final boss before beating the final boss. Like, you missed out. And then Shadow of the Erdtree, the skill gap there is fucking huge. Period, point blank. Let's be real.
Okay, this is kind of tangenty, but remember Ready Player One, where they had to play the old '80s game,
Yeah.
and they were playing like in the last thing they had to play, what was it, Snake or something like that, and they had to like go do a little side mission. I think, and I could be wrong, like today's not. I will say some of today's mainstream games don't I don't say support, but make you want to do the side mission because of the way game playing just is. Like, because a lot of people want to be streamers and stream it. It's like, I need to play through as quickly as I can to show that I did it and this is how I did it and blah blah blah, and not show like all of the, especially if you're not like what's a big streamer? Name a big streamer person.
Afro Senju.
Afro Senju. I need to like me showing little side maps and side quests aren't going to get views. But if I do, which I would think would, but they wouldn't.
So I would say, in most games, yes. If it's a story-based game like Call of Duty, right? The goal would not be to find all the Easter eggs. It would be to go through the story, get the cinematic story as fast as possible. Games like Elden Ring and Black Myth Wukong that do have a cinematic aspect, but The big focus of that is how many bosses there are. If you look at the list in Black Myth Wukong, it shows you with question marks how many bosses there are. Period, point blank. You have a list of them. If you only do the boss, that list is damn near the main bosses. That list is damn near empty. You're missing a lot of what the game is, and like there's a lot of places to explore in these places. So games like that and Elden Ring promote you exploring. Like in Elden Ring, you don't get any real cool weapons just doing the main bosses. If you go out in side quests, you get some cool shit.
I I feel like the point of this here is that games like Elden Ring and Dark Souls, they reward the exploratory gamer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, they don't necessarily punish the ones that don't care, the ones just like I just want to beat the boss, like say beat the boss and get through the story. They don't punish them per se, but they also don't reward them.
Right.
So it's
Right.
like the game is harder because you didn't care to explore and find these other things, but that's your choice.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I feel like there's a no one's to blame there. As far as the whole gaming streaming aspect, like even Afro, like a lot of times on the games he does stream, he was like, "Hey, I did X, Y, and Z offline because
Right.
wanted to skip through that so you guys could see this part."
Yeah.
Because yes, there will be people who want to sit there and watch you play the whole game, but majority of people like they're here for the highlights.
Right. Like a lot of people skip over the grindy parts because
Yeah,
it's grindy. Like I'm having fun
yeah,
grinding, but that doesn't mean you're having fun watching me grind. Like
right,
Elden Ring, like there would be bosses where it's like I need to get levels up, and the only way to get levels up is to defeat enemies, get souls, and then cash in those souls. So like
right,
no one wants to see me spend 2 hours just getting souls. However, they do want to see me after said 2 hours fight the boss, and I get that. Or they want to see me fight many bosses to get souls, and I get that.
right.
But like the niggas that played Elden Ring, like the speedrunners for Elden Ring Shadow of the Erd Tree, like when it first came out, someone was like, I finished it in 8 hours. And everyone was like, you're dumb for that. And they're like, why? And it's like, because you didn't experience what they had to offer. You just tried to be the person who said, I'm first. And I like games like this because the community then laughs at the person like, ha ha, you just wanted to be first. Because you get nothing out of being first. The experience is in the journey, not the beginning of the end. For the games
That's why
like that.
Baldur's Gate was game of the year last year.
Oh yeah, and people were mad about that because Baldur's Gate was like they were like, y'all expect us to do games like this, and it's like, yes, this is what I want to spend my money on. I want something that has replay value, that's fun, that I can get creative, that there are options, that I'm not railroaded into doing something.
They don't, but they don't want replay value. They want you to finish the game so that you can buy the next game.
Well, the thing is about replay value is
Oh,
like
no.
with certain parts of replay value, that's what example Elden Ring had hella replay value, right? And they just made a full-fledged game that was fully fleshed. There we go, fully fleshed out and amazing. They were getting posts. More people were buying it because of the replay value. And then when they released DLC, people didn't hesitate. I haven't even finished it and I bought it. But guess what? I wanted it because it was such a great experience. Point blank. Period. But that was a long enough tangent. I'm gonna speed through some of the other ones. Best game direction, Astrobot won. I felt like something like Black Myth Wukong or Elden Ring should have won that. Best narrative, Metaphor, Refantasio, cool.
Yep.
I would have been. I'm not mad at it. Hellblade 2 could have got it because that one was they were pushing some narratives and some walls with that with a schizophrenic main character. It was a short game, but it was pretty cool. Best art direction, Metaphor, Refantasio. Best musical score, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I'm cool with that.
We're not surprised at that.
I'm not
Final
surprised.
Fantasy has great scores.
So the thing is, not a tangent, but just a statement. I really like the Final Fantasy. Kingdom Hearts got me into the Final Fantasy series because Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy are like very similar. They have a lot of the same characters, and the scoring, oh, so amazing. I love it all. Best audio design, Sayuna's Hellblade 2. Yep. And that was and one of the big things in that was like you had to play along with the schizophrenia. Like you had to listen to the voices. Some things would be telling you to or not to do something. You had to make decisions. It was really good. I liked it a lot.
I think just to highlight some of the other ones, and because a lot of these are irrelevant. The best ongoing game was Helldivers 2. I never got to play that, but all of my friends loved it.
Dog. And to share another thing about that, they just had a free update. What is it? Omens of Tyranny, where they just included or they just showed off the third new faction, the Illuminids. Everybody, it's created a resurgence in the game. Everybody's back on it. Everybody's talking about democracy, and that game had a huge impact. It made gamers stand up for what they believed in when Sony tried to say, "Oh yeah, you need a PSN," which didn't do anything because you didn't even need it in the game. But like it basically blocked out other countries from being able to use it, who are already using it. And
That game was a great example of gamers coming together and saying, "Hey, developers, company, we're not buying this.
Right.
Like, you're gonna fix this because no," and they did it.
They also won best ongoing game, by the way, because
That's what I was thinking.
they still have a huge community, and I'm probably gonna hop on that eventually. Not when the hype dies down exactly, but in my spare time, I played a lot of Helldivers. It was very fun. It's just a fun ass game that's hectic as hell. It's great.
Best community support, no surprise. It's Baldur's Gate 3. Everyone loves the patch updates that come with Baldur's Gate. There's so many things that just make the game even better than it already was as a Game of the Year winner. Something Greg will appreciate is the best action game was Black Myth Wukong. Love that. And best RPG was Metaphor, which I might play because it was in a lot of categories. And looking at it, it seems like something I might play. I think it's a turn-based game. Of course, best family game, Astrobot. Best fighting game, Tekken 8.
I thought that Marvel vs. Capcom would win. I was not surprised that Sparking Zero didn't win because of the fall off. The competitive scene made it almost impossible to have fun in the game. Versus Marvel vs. Capcom, you actually kind of got to be good, you know.
Yeah.
It's best adaptation. Got to shout out Fallout on this. I love Fallout series. I love Bethesda when they do with the Fallout series. The other nominees were Arcane, Knuckles, Like a Dragon, and Tomb Raider. I think
all of those were amazing. Like all of them were well, but Fallout definitely because it had more of an impact. Like some people watched Arcane, but Fallout, we re-downloaded Fallout 76 and started playing it because we wanted to be able to play Fallout together. Like Fallout had an impact. Definitely.
Fallout has this fan base. It's always standing. I chat with men in their 40s at work about Fallout sometimes. Like it has a fan base.
I just wish the graphics were a little better. I'd go back. If they remastered Fallout, I would buy it. I would buy it full price.
I believe it. I think the funniest category here was most anticipated game, and everyone should know what will win this every year until the day we die, and that is GTA 6.
Absolutely. GTA 6 won an award before GTA 6 came out. That I think that's a meme in and of itself that no one expected.
Do they make this category for GTA?
No. So they make it for the games that we know are coming up, but GTA is always going to win cuz like
every year.
As soon as you know what GTA is coming out, it doesn't matter when it's coming out. It's the most anticipated. Like GTA 5, I remember when that came out, dog. It was a Thursday.
Oh.
It was a Thursday, and I was like, I want to fake sick so I don't gotta come to school so I can play GTA. But I was like, I'm not pressed because GTA is smart, and here's what they did. For the first 2 weeks, online was not available, so it gave people 2 weeks to get through the story, to experience everything, to fully flush it out, to play it. I spent like 16 hours total in those 2 weeks on the story, and like finished it. I could have spent 20, but I didn't want to complete everything. Finished it. So by the time that, think about it like this, by the time multiplayer comes out, if your parents couldn't get this check, they can get the next check. If you wanted to play the story first, you could have done that. You have time to figure out what guns you like, how everything feels, what cars you like, etc., etc. Now you're starting everything from level 1. And it was an amazing time, hectic as fuck. Niggas were getting gunned down daily on that shit every day. Me and the boys grinding.
To this day.
To this day. You hop in a server, someone's gonna gun you down.
Just because they can.
Absolutely. Niggas would rob the Air Force base for a jet and just follow you.
They own the jet now. You can just buy it.
Oh yeah. But overall, I think it was an amazing show. The other thing I have on my notes list is just the games that were so many games got trailers and got announced. I just made a long list of the ones that were interesting. I'll speak on some, and there's some I want to talk to you about that we are obviously going to be playing because it's going to be fun as fuck.
Yeah.
Dying Light the Beast. I know Twan's going to want to play that one. I'm not sure if it's DLC. I'm not sure if it's another game, but Dying Light, it looks like it's got more movement. It's a lot going on. Very interested in that. We've beaten both the Dying Lights as a group, and I played Dying Light probably 5 times.
Don't remind me. I'm still upset about Dying Light 2
It
because
was lackluster as fuck. It had so much potential.
and then the worst part of it is that me and Greg get to the final boss, my game glitches out. So the entire 10-minute final cutscene, I can't see anything. My screen's just black. So I don't even know how the game ended.
We got the good bad ending. We got one of the worst
he had
endings.
to narrate for me because I couldn't see anything.
I remember we were paragliding in his game. Like, it didn't crash, but he couldn't see, and he almost died because he, like, went into a building that was falling. And it was a part of, like, it's not a cutscene, but it's, like, one of those scenes where it's, like, things are happening around you, and it's not supposed to be able to touch you. But he fell through it and was like, oh, no! I'm like, oh. And it's, like, the last part of the game.
Yeah.
It was very buggy. But Solasta 2,
Oh, wow. Okay.
a trailer for that came out, and boy, oh boy, does it look even better than the last one.
So we get our own
Oh,
mini
boy.
Baldur's Gate.
Yep. We get a mini Baldur's Gate. We've had our fill of Baldur's Gate. We can get some more, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because Solasta,
So
me
for
and
those-
he downloaded it, and I think that's one of the games that really got heat into D&D. Because, like, we were playing that, and that was the most D&D official game I played in a while. But,
Yeah.
like, there was so much that we could get for, like, damn near free. Because it was old as hell. Like,
Yeah.
so many
Yeah.
DLC packs are, like, $5, and everything else was just free. So I was like, fuck it, let's get the DLC and let's do this story.
And
'Cause-
it's just a less fleshed out Baldur's Gate for those who know. Like if you enjoy Baldur's Gate, Celeste is just a less fleshed out version of that, and it's still good campaigns and dialogue options and stuff, just not as complex.
Right. It's not as deep, is what I'll say. Like, the
Yeah,
story was
yeah.
very... it was enjoyable, but shallow. Like, you didn't have to
Yeah.
care about anyone, but it was very detailed. And the
Yeah.
thing that was cool about it, because it was so old, people modded and made their own stories that you could play in up until level 20. It was, like, really cool. But yeah, if you like D&D or Baldur's Gate, Solasta is a great game to play.
Yeah.
And they have more classes than Baldur's Gate.
Ooh.
Remember?
Yes.
Yeah, you could actually go into the actual, like, different subclasses and shit. It was crazy. Split Fiction, that's a game being made by the same people that made what's that game? It Takes Two. It's about these two writers. One writes fiction, one writes, like, medieval fantasy, and they get sucked in their books, and they're, like, in the books at the same time, and it's a lot like It Takes Two, and they're trying to get out, and they have to go through each other's books to get out. So that seems really cool, and it's going to do the same thing as It Takes Two, where when one person buys it, they get a code that they can send to someone else. We should definitely play that one. Power World, Faybreak. Power World got a lawsuit. I don't know if you guys knew that not too long ago, because Nintendo filed a patent over specifically capturing animals or monstrous creatures in a sphere-like object. So now they can't use PAL spheres. Huh?
They said we're gonna find a way to get these niggas.
Oh, they won the lawsuit after they made that patent.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they made the patent after the game came out, and then they won the lawsuit with that patent. Crazy, right?
Lucky them.
Yep. But I just want to share that Power World had a really big impact. It was basically Pokemon with guns and slavery, and it was a great game. Great game.
The only clips I've seen are literal slavery. Like somebody will have a camp of pals doing specific things, and they're talking in a southern white accent. Like,
so my pals were treated very nice, because if your pals are too stressed, then they don't work well. So, like, we had a bathhouse, we had vending machines, they had places to nap, like,
well,
and if I count them not working, that's when it got serious. Like, no, get back to your task. You're not stressed, you're just lazy.
What did Morty say? That's just slavery with
Extra steps.
extra steps.
Hey, man, they were happy. My peoples was happy. They rode for me. That's all I gotta say. Mecha Break. That is the closest thing you're gonna get to a Gundam game. I think you need to play it. It looks fucking amazing.
They have Gundam games.
I mean, like like a you in there Gundam game.
Yeah, it's Armor Core 5.
It's like Armor Core 5. It looks a little less, just a smidge less intense. But yeah. Mecha Break. I think this is going to be a game you like. It's another mech based game where you build a mech and fight and shoot shit. But it looks like fun. I think it'll be fun. Helldivers Omen of Tyranny. I just said that earlier, but looks great. I'm going to give it a shout. Solo Leveling Arise, a phone game. The official Solo Leveling phone game that came out. I'm not sure. I know it's been out for a while actually, but I think they're adding an update where they go to the Ant Island for that raid. Yeah, because it was like a fight scene with him and Biru.
They're way ahead in the game then. Okay.
Yeah. So, you know, spoilers for those who don't know, they go to an ant island because I don't know what it is about anime and insects. It makes sense when you make insects human-sized, but anime and insects, they always fit.
Your spider people are human insects.
What are you talking about? What spider people?
Spider-Man.
Oh,
Spider-Man.
They don't have exoskeletons. I mean, like literal insects. Like they got exoskeletons.
Well, I mean, this is a tangent,
Actually,
but
there's a part where Peter Parker does become a Spider-Man.
You mean a man spider?
Spider. Yeah.
Wasn't that in the original Spider-Man cartoon?
Yep.
There was one of the versions of them, yeah.
Yeah, in the 95 one. I didn't want to cut you off. Continue.
No, you're good. What's your little tangent?
No, I was just going to say, I think the thing with insects is when you make them human-sized and the fact that they adapt with each generation because they have short lifespans, like their evolution can drastically get out of hand.
Fuck the evolution. Just them being human sized, like ants being able to lift 10 times their weight, you make it a human size, a 130-pound something, being able to lift 10 times its weight, that's a lot of fucking weight that thing can lift easily.
Yeah, but like even Hunter x Hunter or in Solo Leveling, like how each generation was progressively better than the last one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that in anime, like that can just get out of hand. Like that's just Goku's scaling of power at that point.
Yeah, because Biru wasn't he above S class technically?
Yeah, he was above S class before they got
when they got on the island, because he was like taking out A ranks like he was nothing.
No, he was taking out S ranks.
Right, he was taking out S ranks like it was nothing. Nigga, there's 10 S ranks in the world. Not anymore.
Not anymore. It's crazy.
Borderlands 4. Borderlands has been getting a lot of attention. I don't know how this game's gonna do. I've heard good things about Borderlands. I don't know if I want to play it, but I've heard good things about Borderlands nonetheless. I know that movie flopped because the people making the movie didn't understand it at all. So
yeah, I haven't heard about the movie. Yes, a movie did come out.
Kevin Hart's the star. That's what told me the movie was going to be bad. Not that Kevin Hart can't do the role. It's just that it was. Yeah, it was, to me. It was like it felt out of touch. Like just seeing the trailers for it, and I was like, this seems like it's gonna fail.
It was on my to-do list to watch, but as I've learned with the movie industry, when things aren't doing well, they won't be in theaters the next week.
Yeah.
Nope.
You have this week to watch it, and I never saw it again.
They pulled the plug quickly.
Yeah.
A quick one I'm just gonna mention Sonic Racing Across Worlds. They had a really cool trailer with Shadow getting in a cool ass whip, and I was like, ugh, please just bring back Sonic Riders. That's my first thought. I don't care about Sonic in a car. Put him on a hoverboard. I want that. That's what I want. Remaster that.
It took me years to get good at Sonic Riders.
It took me a little bit, but I was amazing at it, and I loved it so much.
I was not good at it.
Like, you weren't alone. I was often in the back until eventually I got old enough to understand the game and got a little better.
I'm just gonna mention the last couple things I think are really awesome. Elden Ring Night Raid.
A lot of things are awesome.
Huh?
Yeah.
I was just mentioning those. These are all the trailers, but I was mentioning
I know.
they're really cool.
Yeah, you were supposed to run through them quickly, and you spent 5 minutes on each one. I just want to point that out.
I'm sorry that you're not a real gamer. Yeah.
It's not, the gamer agreed with me that it happened. I'm just saying.
I'm just trying to share the information with the people. Y'all said y'all wanted more news. I'm giving you news. Elden Ring Night Raid.
News topics.
He has actual news topics.
I don't. But Elden Ring Night Rain, right?
That's why he's taking so long.
No, I was taking long because I was interested
Elden Ring
in
Night Rain.
Night Rain is
Other than
gonna
Night
be
Rain,
a 3-player co-op to start, and it's basically gonna work as like you drop in a limb grave, almost like a battle royale. You pick up weapons, you fight bosses, and then over the span of 3 in-game days or 45 minutes, roughly speaking, you're going to have to keep moving towards the center of the map or wherever they center you to fight the final boss. I'm very interested in this to see how it plays out. I'm interested to see what they do. I'm interested to see the boss they include. A lot of people who played it, the big boss that they showed was the Nameless King, who was one of the notorious hardest bosses from Dark Souls 3. Um, I'm interested. I love everything Elden Ring, and it's really funny because the creator of Elden Ring was like, "We're not making any more Elden Ring," and then they made this. So I think they just wanted to get in the battle royale gang, but it's not like battle royale against other players. It's against everything in Limgrave, and it's like supposed to be randomly generated. So every time is going to be different. You're muted, by the way. But that's my interesting. I'm interested in Heat. I want to know your thoughts because I want to play it. But I know how you feel about battle royales, but I also know how you feel about Elden Ring.
I haven't seen anything about this, so I don't have much opinion. Sounds interesting. Sounds it could be fun. It also could be annoying, but we'll see. I think it's something Twan will yell about.
Very funny. Mafia Old Country. They're bringing back the Mafia series, but they're going backwards instead of forwards. I'm very interested to see how they do this. A lot of people say they have hope for this, especially those who played the Mafia series, seeing as it's getting back to Mafia's roots and as well as the Mafia's roots. So I'm very curious to see how this plays out. A game I think you're gonna enjoy, Heed, Dispatch. It's made by Telltale Games. You play as a superhero who recently got injured in a battle against his nemesis, and now you are a dispatcher working a group of reformed supervillains, and you have to not only dispatch them to certain crimes and events, but it also determines your relationship with them, how the office works, how the city works, and all that while you are injured. And it's going to work like a Telltale Games, so you know it's going to have a deeper story in there. I was really interested in this. I was like, he would love something like this because it's a strategy game, technically, with consequences. And I was like, oh, he loves a game with consequences.
I do indeed.
So I'm very curious. The trailer made it look really interesting to me because of just how they were talking about it and how it looked. But Telltale doesn't miss. So I'm really excited to see what they do in this. And then the last thing is The Witcher 4, which has gotten the people who hate DEI gaming up in arms because the lead for The Witcher 4 is going to be what's her name? Fuck. You said what?
Said, oh no, it's a woman.
Yeah, I think her name's Sia or Sarah, something like that.
I forget her name, but I know that she was set up to be.
She was set up to be the next character because if you beat The Witcher and got the good ending, Geralt retires. He's like, I'm not gonna do this anymore, and she's his not protege, but she's like who's up and coming next. Like she wants to be a Witcher, and she's learning and training, and he's like, all right, I'm gonna show you the ropes to be a Witcher. So it was only right that she was next in line, but people are mad about it because they're like, I don't want to play as a woman, but choose women all the time to play as. But I digress. It's bad bitches only around here.
Well, The Witcher's historically not a woman; like it's a man.
Yeah,
that's part of it. But
it's historically a man, but she had the potential because she also has like other powers and stuff like that.
No,
and the Witcher process, like I believe, is like 1 in every 10 people who go through it die or live. So a lot of people are up in arms about it, but canonically it makes sense, and she was next in line to do something like this. So, but it looks good. It looked good. The trailer was amazing. I'm excited for it. I'm actually planning on going back and playing The Witcher. I've only heard good things about it. I've heard amazing things about it, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna play The Witcher 3. So, but that's everything.
Hey, would you like to tell us your news topics? Sorry, I'm sleepy.
I know, I saw. I wanted to make sure I had this first word right, but okay. So I'm gonna try and blitz through these. First one I'll say is Frieren. The anime won the IG Anime of the Year award. I think that's a great anime, good scores. It's sort of a slice of life in a different setting, I guess. Togashi, the creator of Hunter x Hunter, he is working on 50 chapters of Hunter x Hunter. Like
I
he's
know.
going.
And yeah, and he gets sick often, so it's nice that he's working. I'm happy that he's healthy enough to get workout.
Yeah. So he's gonna try and get him all set up so they can just spit him out. So that'll be fun. Another thing, this in the same sphere as this, I think it's funny. Coda, which I think is Continent Overseas Distribution Association, just bust down on Brazil because they took down 15 pirate sites for watching anime. Those sites in the past year have had 120 million visits.
Damn.
Um, yes.
Wait,
So
wait, wait. You
apparently,
didn't
and
talk about the exam.
I know I was gonna get to it.
Okay, cool.
That Brazil's very known for liking anime. Apparently, like it's anime is huge over there. So
And not only is it
They're
huge,
really known for
they
pirating
when
too.
yeah, they are. And you like the fun thing about Brazil and like the South America's animes is when they rename the characters. Have you ever looked at like what they name them? Like here, they don't typically rename the characters. Like whatever their name is, Japanese is the name we typically get. Um, right? But they like rename it to more like common names. So like I don't know any off the top of my head, but I know like Yusuke Urameshi's name isn't Yusuke. It's something like generic, like John or some crazy shit like that.
the
I'm gonna look it up
same
like that. Yeah,
same
like
way
they.
that like Koreans or South Koreans or maybe Koreans in general. I'm sorry, how when they like come over to the U.S. they just have like American
Oh
names.
yeah,
Like
I love
Yeah,
when I get to hear people's like not American names. Like Spanish people do the same thing. Like they'll be like,
yeah,
"Oh yeah, you can call me Alex," and they're like, "No, what's your real name?" Like, Alejandro Del Nero, something, 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 but you can just call me
yeah,
Alex. And like their
yeah.
yeah,
mom
but
will call them like their first three names.
Yeah,
yeah,
my friends like that.
uh, I think it's just funnier with the Asians just because like their names will be like Jun Sin and they'll come over here and they'll be Michael.
Yeah,
Yeah.
While she looks that up, I will speak to the real life Hunter exam. Going back to the Hunter x Hunter note, several people have sent, like people that don't even really talk to me, have sent me the Hunter exam application. Why do you think I would sign up for that? I don't know because there's an actual hand-to-hand combat section in there.
It's not that bad. You just
So
have to knock someone off a platform.
yeah, no.
Sweep
There's
to
too many
leave.
phases. They're trying their hardest to make it exactly the Hunter exam, and the Hunter exam, the first leg would take out 90% of the people that apply.
Yeah, that's the point.
Yeah,
Like a lot of
I'm not.
I cannot wait. I kind of want to go. I want to train and then go just to see people fail. Like I want to make it far to see people fail. And that's not like saying people can't do it, but I know a lot of people underestimate what running 10 miles is like, and to
Yeah,
be in the
same.
top half of that is like
Right.
that's running
The whole
half of a
time.
marathon. If we're being honest,
yeah,
you literally have to be prepared to run a half marathon. That's something that takes time. That takes prep work. Like that's
yeah,
not a 5K. That's not a 10K. Nigga, that's half a marathon. That's a lot. And they're probably gonna, because they tell you like you got to run 10 to 15 miles. Period. That's the beginning thing. They won't tell you how much, but somewhere around 10 to 15 miles. I'd assume 13. Let's go the average. Then after that, what is it? It's the labyrinth, which is an obstacle course that involves you using mental and physical. Then after that, it's the take people's buttons, and then after
yeah.
that, I'm missing one. It's one other thing in hand to hand combat.
I can't
After you take
remember.
people's buttons, they did it was a hand to hand combat, but like you could lose as long as you beat somebody. So like if you weren't the last match, you could give up, and that person would get their hunter's badge, and you could fight again if you think you could beat somebody else.
What?
So
Um, it's like a loser's bracket.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Um, yeah. So Hunter exam, that's gonna be interesting. That running part alone, like I at some point I was in decent shape. Running 8 miles hurt. Like and I ran regularly. Running 8 miles hurts. Anything past that, like you have to truly train for that. People are going to underestimate it. But hey, if you want to sign up, it is on Eventbrite. You can look it up, the Hunter exam. It'll pop up some way or another. Uh, the other things I wanted to touch, I think, was Toei is dropping 2 movies next year. And the reason why this is Toei Animation, by the way, the reason why I say this is because one of them might be a Rock Pirates movie from
Ooh.
One Piece. So
What?
that would be fun. So fingers crossed, Toei wants to give us some One Piece lore. I think at that point we would have to be pretty far in the story for us to even do that because there's not enough known about the Rock Pirates in the present story to give a backstory. But speaking of drops, the man who gains millions and hundreds of thousands of followers from doing nothing came back to YouTube,
Oh,
and that Corey Kenshin. Um, I'm not a big Corey Kenshin fan. I just never heard of him. But I do enjoy some of the videos I watch when he does pop out. This time he came out to present his new manga, which is called Monsters We Make. And you can go check out his YouTube pages and platforms for more details. But I will say it is an action horror anime. I mean, not anime, manga. He wants it to be an anime. That's the other end of this. He's trying to
Ah,
reach out to
found it.
Mappa and Crunchyroll, and he wants this to be an anime, but it is a manga despite the trailer having a lot of animation. But he just said he wanted to bring what he saw to life so people can see his vision and go buy this manga because he will be selling it. And
it's
it
gonna
does look
sell
pretty
out
good.
instantly.
Yeah, no, of course.
Yeah.
Corey Kingston's
Oh,
a
cool.
mathematic anomaly to me. The man, last time I checked his account, he had like 12 million followers, whatever. He was gone for 9 months and he's at 20.
It's because he's
I don't,
very entertaining and his videos have a lot of replay value as well as there's a lot of memes of his videos that would get people to go back. And people know that he pops up at random times. So awkwardly enough, it makes sense to subscribe to him because you want to be there when he
when he
pops
popped
back
up.
up. And then every time he pops back up, it's a viral moment. Like everyone's like, "Oh my
Oh,
god, he's
yeah.
back!" So
Yeah. I love the
Yeah.
comment sections of the videos because, like, my favorite one from the last 2 days, he will be dropping a video on Friday, by the way. But somebody said, Corey, since you've been gone, I met a girl. We got married. I have a child. I'm like, he's been gone 9 months. What the hell did you
yeah,
do in 9 months?
were they a lesbian?
No, it was a guy.
Ah,
But
because I know a lesbian that moves that fast.
I've heard of one. They
Benny and their jets,
I don't.
Benny and they
Wait.
Jets.
First of all, it wasn't even
Um,
that fast. Slow down. I've been engaged for 2 years.
Chris moved
Chill
in
out.
with you after like 3 months, 4 months.
There was a hurricane.
Doesn't mean they move in with you. You can stay with me for a bit, but after that hurricane, you can get the fuck.
So you tell me all I need is just make a hurricane happen and somebody's gonna move in here?
Apparently,
No,
is that what you want?
their apartment flooded. Their apartment
Are
flooded.
there not other apartments that were not flooded?
Hey,
Is
I
there
got
not
We're
also a thing called renter's insurance? Yeah, no, you're making excuses, and I don't like that.
It's not like that. So
So
their
before we
apartment
continue
flooded.
this assault,
I found the
um,
name.
that's what I was gonna ask. What was the name?
So Yusuke's name was changed to Eugene.
Ew,
Eugene.
ew.
Yeah, like everybody in the show's name was changed, but it would be stuff like that.
What was
Eugene.
cool, Ivara, Kobe?
Oh,
No,
Cameron.
I couldn't find them. That's what I was looking for. So I was looking for the rest of the cast's name, but that was like the one that they used as an example, and I was like, ugh. But that was in
Um,
the Philippines, so I got the country wrong. Sorry, I don't know my maps. I mean, I do know my maps. I just thought it was in. But I did hear of it happening in Brazil. I just didn't know that wasn't the same. It wasn't for that anime.
got you. No, that's really everything I had news wise. Excited about a lot of it, so we'll see more to come.
Awesome.
Yay.
Steve, you got anything?
I do not have any news this week. I am super busy with life, sadly. So.
Yeah, I'll get to see these little fuckers in a little bit. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome.
Oh, I do have good news. I said it to them before we started recording, but I know I said it on the pod that I wouldn't be able to like give any insight or like reviews or content of epics. Well, that is not true. They released more dates for the pass holder single day passes. So I'm gonna go for my birthday this year. So it opens in May, and I think it's like late May when it opens. So you'll be able to see some stuff from me in June.
Lit.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, I'm excited. But that being said, since we don't have any more news, let's go into ears. This will be the last ears of the year. Because I don't have ears in Baltimore. I just don't. I'm not taking any with me, so
You can get
um
the Baltimore edition
to
ears.
get the Baltimore ears is
Yeah.
crazy. Um, but they're gonna have Obey, Ravens, Orioles,
Crabs.
the flag.
Crab, baby.
So last
Dog,
are
I gotta
gonna
take you
be.
guys to this seafood place. I'm sorry. I just remember that. I have a
Is
seafood
it the
place
one
we
that
go
we
to.
went to?
Yeah.
Is that the one we went
Locust
to?
Point?
Yeah, we can go. Chris wants to go, so you need to take that out. Everybody don't need to know that. Edit point. Look, I'm putting the edit point in.
LMAO. Go ahead, keep going.
So these are my ears. They are the Christmas, like they're like Christmas wreaths, and it has Mickey and Minnie in them, big old bow. I have not worn them yet. Um, they're lounge flat ears. They're all leather, so like it's like the ear itself is like this leather, and then it's a wreath layer, and then like the Mickey layer, so it's like leather on leather. They're super cute and just very holiday-y, and I think Mickey looks really cool in this. Like he got swag in this ear, like he just chilling, like, what's up girl, I got you a present. And Mickey like, oh my god, he got me a present. Like that's what these ears say to me, with a big red bow. And since it's our last ears of the year, I had the bag to match. So, like I said, Mickey out here just being a cool nigga, talking about I
I
got
feel
you
like
a
at a certain
present.
point we can start just adding this to our taxes.
And she's like, "Oh, he got me a present." And it has Goofy on there. And the fun part about these one is my Stitch moves. It's like a zipper, so like he can like blast off.
I'm not gonna hold you. I fuck with it, but it's fuck Lilo and Stitch until I die. They killed my movie.
Wow.
And then on the side we got Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
What were their names? Fuck. Oh shit. The names they could have had.
Yeah.
I gotta look this up. Continue. I gotta find it.
On the back we have some more characters opening presents, and then we have some characters, Alice in Wonderland on the side. It's a lounge flat bag, and these ears are lounge flat ears. I did not buy them together. I bought the ears and then later bought the bag. So super happy. Those are my ears to finish out the year. We'll start next year with the Eats collection. So that went on this year. So you'll get to see an ear from every month. What they did for the Eats collection. So that'll be fun. See how
That
next
bag
year
is
is.
actually tough. That was a tough
Oh,
bag.
and it's really big. Like I have a whole sweatshirt in it, and it has this, like, this part is a pocket. I have my wallet in there right now. I am currently using it because I just went to the beach this weekend. And then, like, when I say this bag fits a lot of stuff, like people are like, "Oh, lounge flies are small. Like you can't take stuff in the parks." I have a whole sweatshirt in here, like a whole sweatshirt, and then like a fan, hand sanitizer, lotion, all that great stuff. So the bags are really big, and then like you can see the inside print is like characters and Christmas stuff. And all the bags are kind of like this on the inside. Some have like a back pocket and stuff. This one doesn't, but yeah. So
That was tough. I like that.
thanks. Yeah, and I have some other ears that like match bags. So I'll be sure that when I show a ear that matches a bag that I show the bag it matches with, like I'll re-show the Loki ears just on the random another time to show the Loki bag too, because we do have a match for that one. Yeah. And I'm still collecting. I just got 2 new ears over the weekend, so we are
There it
still
is.
growing.
Found it.
Okay.
So in an episode of DuckTales, when Huey, Dewey, and Louie's mom came back, she was like, "I told Donald I wanted to name you this," and she said their names. He was like, Jet, Turbo, and Rebel. He said, "I could have been Turbo." But Donald named them Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
So Dewey's real name could have been Turbo.
Yeah. Jet,
That's-
Turbo, and Rebel.
Yeah, Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Yeah, that's sad.
hilarious.
That's
Yeah,
sad.
so I'll make sure to show the ears that match to the bags in the future. I didn't even think about that. Like until I when I pulled these ears down, I was like, oh, I'm using the bag. So I'll make sure I do that in the future so you guys can see the matchy matchies that I do sometimes.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
That's all that I had. Oh, Christmas stuff, cause I'm a great boss, so I always give my employees presents. Diva, your present is small this year, cause I got you other stuff. But Heed, you're getting a big present. I can share it with the pod, cause it's not gonna be ready by Christmas, but it will be ready probably in the new year. Heed, your Christmas present. Do you want to know what it? No, I'm gonna tell you. I don't give a fuck, cause you got another gift that you're not gonna know about. Sorry. You're getting You're finally getting your 21 blackjack piece done. I finally paid for that. So that's getting
Well,
done. So you're going
you
to have
told
your
me.
own art piece, similar to how Diva has her many art pieces.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're
Um,
officially gang.
I don't have words, but I am very excited.
You don't have to
Um,
have words. I know you appreciate it. I hope you appreciate it. I think you
I do
appreciate
appreciate it.
it.
I appreciate it. I wish you
I
told
do
me,
appreciate it.
because I know the art pieces don't come easy.
It's whatever. I love buying art. I love artists and buying art, whether it be safe work, not safe work, action, dynamic, any art. If they're a good artist, I love paying artists. Honestly, like I don't think there's a single time I haven't tipped an artist because like I enjoy their pieces and they've always worked with me when I was like I had requests. So like if you're an artist and you want to do some art for us, let me know. We pay our artists. We don't want shit for free. We pay people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love to support artists because I know it's rough out here.
We can see you love to support artists.
Yo, it's a
You
lot
got
going on
like
that day.
4 art pieces right behind you.
Yeah.
I do. Like, if I like your work, I'm going to spend my life with it. And
Absolutely.
as you see, I have no problem with my Disney obsession spending absorbent amount of money on things. I am a dink, and it's so I can do what I
A
want.
dink.
Yeah.
Dual income, no kids.
Oh, I
I've
thought
been
that stood for
having.
Disney dick sucker.
What does it stand for?
Dual income, no kids.
You're a sink. Just pissing away money. Oh man.
Yeah, I do that. I was gonna say I have pretty much been walking around with my eyes closed as far as online shopping, all the Instagram ads and everything, because I really want to buy a couple virus packs, but I don't have money for it. So
No, the
I'm
virus
waiting
packs are
until I get.
dope. I want the waifu cup he just made. That shit looks hard. I want that.
Say, when I say, I keep messaging him, stop it. I don't have money.
Brother, take your foot off the gas just for a little. Brother, please, brother. My wallet, brother.
Please.
Like, if
And
there's
I feel
any
like-
artist, there's only a few artists I can say are that consistent with not only their post, but keeping engagement. And
Yeah,
his
it's-
art is always so, like, it's so different, but it's so, like, to the point, you know? Like, it's the art, but then it's his creative flavor on it. And every time, you can tell he made this. He drew this. He designed this. And every time, I enjoy it. And I'm like, what the fuck? To be that creative has to be hard.
It has to be hard. You know, like, for lack of better words, bothers me is, like, recently I've seen a few, like, copycats, and I'm like, that's not his. Like, that, like,
Yeah, they're becoming so common.
it's like something just I'm like, that's not one of his. I always send it to him and be like, just so you know, here's another one. But this is like, it's like I like because it's so unique and like real in his. Oz, we love you.
I think that's my favorite thing about the artists that we're cool with. Like, I
Yeah.
can honestly say now that I'm really cool with No Doubty. Like, I can text him
Yeah.
level because I do have his phone number, luckily. So like anytime I want art, I usually just text him about it because it's faster. But I've gotten to the point where like I like artists with a specific style. Like you can't jock No Doubty's style. It's very unique. You can't jock Oz's style. You can try, but it does not look like theirs. Like, you can just tell, you know? And I love when artists do that. That's why I'm really looking for someone to finish Lady in Discord. I really want someone to finish that. But I want a unique style to finish it. So.
That's real.
It's depressing. I'm going to reach out to that artist again. Like, please, bro. Please. But that being said, that's the end of the episode. That was a fun one. I enjoyed a lot of this.
Talk about weeks.
Oh, shit.
I just
Yeah.
wanted to say that. Yeah, we talk about weeks. Mine's quick. I've been working extra time at work so that I can be off on Friday. So I've been like pulling like 11s, not even 10s, 11s and 12s, so that I can be off on Friday, because I'm driving home Thursday night and we'll be home Friday.
Yeah.
So I'm a little tired. So
Fuck, I gotta
excuse
wrap
all
your
the
GIF on
yawning.
Thursday then.
Yeah, well, if it's at your house, then it should be fine. Well, no,
You
I'll
stop
be
at
here.
my house too
Yeah.
much.
So I've been yawning. Sorry for all the yawning I've been doing this episode. I am extremely tired. I did go to Disney one more time before the new year was up, because I had to, and I saved my job from a lawsuit today, and it makes me feel really good.
Okay.
Wow. That's,
Yeah, we had they well they thought we didn't have something, and we had it, and they had all the information, but like, you know how when somebody thinks they don't have something, they freak out and they're like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, no, here's everything you need. Here you go, and you already have it. So if you did it with what you had, you're okay. And they're like, oh, we're okay. And I was like, that's okay. Like, just breathe. No, nobody has to do any extra work. We actually can just keep pushing in the direction we've been going. Where everybody's okay. It's great.
That's cool. I'll go with mine next, because Heat, I think yours is the most stressful. Mine, I haven't really done too much. I need to purchase the last gift, and that's my mom's gift today, just so I can make sure it's here on time. And then I'm doing all the stuff for the shirts, like, these next couple days. So I'm going to order them probably tonight so they get here by the weekend. So I can press them and send them off so that they can be at most people's houses either on Christmas or the day after Christmas, for the most part. And then, other than that, I've been playing a fuck ton of Marvel Rivals I'm trying to be a gamer. I'm trying to be like a streamer gamer where I'm good as fuck. I'm having a very hard time because you motherfuckers don't know how to play your goddamn role. You suck. Get off DPS, learn another skill. Or
just get better at it.
Fuck that. Get better, not in comp. Stay in goddamn quick play, and when you are getting MVP consistently or getting aces, then come join us in comp. Because y'all niggas suck. Y'all suck penis. Y'all are terrible. I'm tired of losing because there's one nigga who doesn't know how to play anything. He's like, this person's got my character. Okay, cool. Let's switch off. We give them the character, and then they're dog water. I hate you. They're the reason I'm hard stuck in gold. I can't carry the team by myself. I cannot. I'm tired of being the SVP. I'm tired.
You're gonna have to hop on console, man.
It's so much easier on console, and I hate that.
Yeah, it's Marvel Rivals has been fun. I'll say that. I'll leave it at that for that note. Yeah, I'm trying to get into being gamer more. Last week, well, the other week after I went to that anime convention, I really thought about a lot of stuff. So a lot of wheels are in motion on my end. New office setup coming up. That's why I just have this giant background. I put this poster up because I feel like I'm just blending in too much. So I need something to add some depth. Yeah, new office setup, a lot of movings, traveling. I like they said, I've been a sink, and this last month of December, it's just a money pit. It's such a money pit. So next year I'm trying to be consistent on a lot of different levels and get back to trying to be a individual creator and a supporter of this team.
Yeah, you are definitely a supporter of this team. Superlative wise, I think you cinched best host, nigga. I don't know.
You know what?
You've been coming in with the collarbones out. You've been getting us views. You've been editing your ass off. I don't know.
Yeah,
If
he
we
been
was
getting
getting
us
paid, you'd get a
followers.
promotion. God damn it!
Yeah, I thought that was Greg was gonna say your Christmas gift was.
I
Was
wish
really
I,
what it
I
was
wish I
gonna
had that nigga. I ain't even getting paid. Shit, he get a check
Uh,
before me. It's crazy.
oh, I
was
thought you meant the
how you
promotion. I was like, what's the promotion? You just gonna call it the Heat Show? Like what?
We gotta change the name.
That's insane.
We put you on the Obey can. That's the
Yeah.
promotion.
They saw niggas fan. It's crazy.
Oh man, but yeah, for the most part, yeah. You've been working. You've been working very hard. Oh, but yeah, I think we all need to improve our individuals because we've been lacking on those and putting our focus here. But we're getting to an automated sense to where we can start getting back to it at the top of the year.
Yeah. We're gonna be like super awesome and y'all are gonna love it. And eventually Greg is gonna be able to do this full time.
Dog, when I can do this full time, shh. I'm gonna just be popping up to the monthly meeting like, so we got a meeting this week with these people, this week with these people. We got this guest coming on. I managed to sync this guest, so like they'll be on like next episode. So make sure you do your research. I already got our assistant getting some notes for you. Like, dog, don't.
You got assistants? That's crazy.
Don't let me succeed. It'll be
Don't
great.
let me succeed. No, you need to succeed because I want to do architecture for fun.
That's funny shit.
I do want to get licensed, but I want to do it for fun.
That being said, we're gonna close out now because it's been about 2 hours as we per usually do. Thank you everybody for listening and watching. Make sure to rate the podcast 5 stars, like, rate, share it with everybody that you can. Be sure to follow the podcast at Bmore Nerdy on all platforms. That includes Blue Sky, Instagram, hopefully TikTok stays, but TikTok for right now. And then YouTube because we will be uploading everything there. Then follow me on my socials at Mr. Space Wage for the personal if you want to see anything in my personal life, the things I'm doing, or Galaxy Greg for anything that has to do with gaming and podcast related content. That is also on all social media sites, including Blue Sky, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, and Twitch. But that being said, Diva.
What it is, little dummies. My first time hearing that this episode. It's from me. Remember to comment below your thoughts about who you thought was on the naughty list. Did we get it right? Is Superman on the naughty list? I say yes. They say no. We all know it's yes. And make sure you comment on our posts. We want to hear from you guys. So if you see something funny, ha it. If you want to tell us we're not funny, sure, go ahead, I guess. Actually do that because hate content gets spread. So go ahead. Tell me you don't like it.
Stop. No. What I've been saying, keep all 1-star reviews to yourself. All right? Let us improve. And then when we get better, then say, hey, I thought these niggas was trash. They're goats.
Comments.
Yeah, I'm talking comments. I'm talking comments. Don't review it. Just put a comment. But anyway, you can follow me on Instagram at the Diva XOXO. That is where you will find all of my content, all the Disney stuff that you see around you, all the park visits, all that stuff will be there. And if you want to get to know me, you can follow me on at always_the_diva. But eventually I will stop saying that, and y'all not gonna be able to follow me there. So keep.
Nick said eventually.
Yeah, man. Still pretty antisocial, so I just exist on Instagram. But yeah, you can find me at honestly_heed, or if I finish this name change thing, it's HDTV. It's also HD No TV. Pick and choose. It should pop up. There's only one. There can only be one. But
everybody mass report whoever's named HDTV right now so we can get the name.
Get
him out of here.
What do you think I do on my free time?
Get him out of here. All right. That being said, we are the Be More Nerdy podcast, and remember, Jesus, remember to be more nerds, and also have a happy holiday. Whenever you're celebrating, have fun, enjoy family, enjoy friends, enjoy those around you, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Gotcha.
Ooh,